Hey, and finally, as reported by Variety, Ke Huy Quan says short round Indiana Jones spinoff would be, quote, incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So look, we've talked about him a few times now, but his Ke Huy Quan's acting comeback is short to hit a new peak later this year at the Oscars, where, and I know John made some comments about this the last time we talked about this in December as he shakes his head now. What's that?
I wouldn't dare make comments about it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
You also wouldn't dare make faces that Will maybe didn't see a moment ago.
No, he's busy reading.
What was that about Kiwi?
Yes, he was making. He was going.
I saw him shaking his head. Yeah. Well, regardless of how John feels, because he's not an Academy voter, but Kiwi's actor is currently the front runner to win the Best Supporting Actor prize thanks to his performance in Everything Everywhere All at Once, which John referred to as, quote, lackluster.
But I said no such thing. I said no such thing. I did not.
Now we goad him into saying what he did say.
To protect myself, what I said was.
See how that works?
See there? I got to defend myself. I said, is it possible that we're just all so happy for him and enamored that that's why we're all voting for him, which is okay too if we'll just admit that's the reason. To that end,
yes, it's possible.
What are we going to do with a short round movie? What?
We're gonna.
What's that going to be?
That's blasphemous.
We're just gonna love it. That's all we need to do.
What is just love that you imagined it could be a thing? What sort of story is that? Well, you know, Indiana Jones is not going to be in it.
Exactly.
He's gonna ride a mine cart around town and save people. What's he gonna do?
That's his only skill. It's been 38 years since. You think he still has boxes tied to his feet to drive a car?
If he's he's short still. If he's driving a big car, maybe.
Yeah. Wait.
Well, look, you're right, John.
Just because you can. Did no one watch Jurassic Park? Just because you can do it. Did you stop and think if you should do it?
I have that tramp stamped on my back.
Do you? Yeah.
It's a warning. It's a warning of sorts. Just because you can.
Please don't.
But John, you're right. Harrison Ford's not going to be in it. The upcoming what's it called? The Dial of Destiny. I almost said Daisy of Destiny. I'm thinking of De La Soul still, the Daisy.
Yes.
The Dial of Destiny is going to be his swan song.
Mm-hmm.
But this would be a way to extend or get an Indiana Jones character in other films like it without recasting Indiana Jones. And you still have an original. It's that kind of thing you're talking about over, many times. A way to continue it.
Yeah.
By leveraging something from the original, but making new. I think that's.
Oh, I have heard John say that.
Yeah.
I have. But is short round. Look, I love the actor. Love Quan. I think he's having his moment in the sun. I take nothing from him, but
put an umbrella over him.
Why does that need a short round movie? I just don't. What would you do with it? I can't imagine.
You do the same thing you do in Indiana Jones.
But he's not Indiana Jones. That's not who he is. He's not that character. He doesn't play that role. He's not another swashbuckling adventurer. He was a little kid who was helping out Indy in little ways that little kids can. That doesn't make him the next Indiana Jones.
But he could have, short round. Kiwi was asked about this. What would short round be up to? And he said, quote, I have no idea where he is. Check with John. All right.
So, yeah.
Check with John.
Exactly.
He said, I have no idea where he is.
If it's not obvious based on the trajectory the last time you saw the character where he would be, then what's going to spark my imagination to go see him be that?
Okay, well, what he goes on to say is, just because he looks after Indy so much, I wouldn't be surprised if he was an archaeologist. End quote. So he could be, look, we don't know how much longer he spent time with Indiana Jones after that,
How much time do you think Indiana Jones spent with short round after that adventure was over?
Well,
Indy had shit to do.
But Temple of Doom.
No, okay.
Well, wait. In Temple of Doom, if you remember the opening, we're led to believe this other character who is an older guy who dies, that they had been adventuring together for a while.
Spoiler alert.
Right? And he dies in his arms and says something about on the life's last big adventure, I go first when he dies. And then we meet Short Round.
Make sure Short Round gets a sequel. My last
there's no John's not being reasonable. I don't know why he's being triggered about this, except he hates Ke Huy Quan.
Not true.
I'm just still stuck back when John said something about him having his moment in the sun, and Will said, and you're putting an umbrella over him.
Yeah, get out of there. Put the sunblock on. SPF 100. Give me that award. Did you see your film? You're lackluster.
Nope. None of that true.
Look, I know what you're saying.
You know what Will's saying, like. You know what he's doing to me.
You know what he's. I know what you're really saying, John. What you're saying he's not Indiana Jones, but what you're really saying is he's not Harrison Ford. And I get that. There's certain aspects of Harrison Ford that are charismatic and compelling in a way that maybe Ke Huy Quan isn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're really saying. And that's the same reason you feel like, maybe his performance, although it was great in that film, among the other competitors isn't Oscar worthy.
If that's what you think I mean, then that's what I'll mean.
I'm being sincere. Isn't that what you mean?
Not necessarily. No, look, I think Ke Huy Quan should get movie deals. I think he's a fantastic actor. I think he proved. I can't talk.
He probed.
He probed. I have that tramp stamp, John.
He has proven that. Yeah, he's proven that in recent things. It just doesn't need to be a short round movie. You don't need to just because he appeared in that film. You have to continue Indiana Jones with him. Give him deals. Give him films.
All right, I got an idea. John. And I got an idea. Okay. And in a couple of weeks, we're going to speak with Joel Thurm, who is a guy you've never heard of, but it absolutely 100%, I guarantee you, affected your entire youth.
Oh,
but because as a casting director in Hollywood.
Sure.
And we'll talk about that. But one of the things that I learned reading Joel's book is how important casting is, right? No surprises to you. And how these moments where some actor was cast and then fired and another actor was cast, or what if, so I understand how critical that is in that sense that, again, I think maybe what you're saying is he's not Harrison Ford. What if we had a short round film, but we recast him? It's not Ke Huy Quan. It's pick some other, modern actor around the same age who's just really hot right now.
No, I just don't. It's not the Harrison Fordness. It's the continuation of that character that, while enjoyable, was not a centerpiece of a film character, and I don't see that happening even now with the actor in his current age. Yeah, it's the character.
We could talk about this for so long. What if
we have actually?
God,
we already have.
We've been talking about time about this.
Some would say too long. All right. Okay. All right. Moving on. All right. Hey, that was 19. What, you got something?
I'd go see it.
Yeah, me too. All right.
There you go. All right. 2 tickets. You got 2 tickets.
There you go.
Green light.
19. All right. That was 1980s news.